treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. They burst off their eggs like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Story's treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep for your bro, where your post, the pop in your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the street. Sweet, this sugar. One man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn it out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls a chill.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Baltimore Ravens. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
On first down, it's Russell, and he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you. Establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And a give this time to the tailback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offense.
Because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Well, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
We got double up, double up.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Switch. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Double up.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here's Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Ravens strike first at 3's hit. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check, 59.
Back to throw. Hancock. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. All right.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Hancock. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Check 13.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Second and 9 now. Going up top. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Colby Listenby, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll run on 1st down. Russell takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Check, 59. Here we go.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Check. Crunch. Kill.
They start the drive with Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second and 11. He gets it to Thomas. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Check 50. Whip. Watch the whip.
On 2nd down now. It's Cook. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Two running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now?
Check. Rip left. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Looking to throw. Hancock. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Hey, Tighten down. There you go.
On second down, it's Russell, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Ravens on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Ravens on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get set. Hey, check right. Watch it, 5.
Crunch time, defense. Mike 55. Nice, sweetheart.
From the gun, it's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mike, watch the slant.
Now Jackson on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Come on, set. Good team on it. Watch the screen.
On third down, Russell. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's get it together, D.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Switch.
On second down, it's Hill, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Check, 59. Set.
On third down, it's Hill. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 32-yard
Tucker's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
From the gun, Hancock. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Check it back, check it back. Wide, get wide. 6 guys, check 6 guys.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. On first down, Grant. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Check 37. Check 37. Check. Lucky. Bang, 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 bang. Hey, alert 3. Check 3. Hey, hold.
On 2nd down, Cook. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he is is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Ravens take over
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Jackson. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
That's a takeaway. Now that's a takeaway. That's how the defense score points.
Let's go now.
Check.
Go to base.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Watch twist.
Check 26, check 26.
Slam.
Back.
Take off.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
59.
Watch the run. They're running it. Check nickel.
No. Off. Kill.
Watch twist. He's crashing.
This is Grant.
Watch the twist.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half.
That's it. Big hit.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Saints.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Big air, big air.
Check three, check three.
They will run with Grant, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Mike's 59.
You must be getting tired of seeing nothing else.
Mike part 9. Drop deep, drop deep. Mike, check, 59. Hey, check. Check 59, Mike is 59.
Looking to throw on second down. Hancock. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Mike's 49. Watch the flag.
Operating from the gun. Hancock. And that will be incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And this is Cook with a grab. That one a first down pickup of 8. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Corey Grant, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, you don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Check nine, check nine.
On first down, it's Russell, and he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Yeah.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check Hill.
From the gun, a run for Hill. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Check, 47. No chance. Hey, watch it, watch it.
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They come out here in the I, trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Russell, and this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll try and run for it. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that? Charles?
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
Check.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
He's coming. We got double up. Switch.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Hey, check 24. Check 13. Check 13. Catch it. Set go. You go tight.
On third down, Cook. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. A lone second remains now in this third quarter.
You.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth.
55. Check 55. Mike.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to third down.
55 to Mike. And watch that. And watch the ball.
Jackson looking to throw on third. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down, and that is incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but it'll be second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
I got it. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59. Let's go, D. Let's go. Mike's 59. Let's go.
Here's Jackson throwing again. They'll roll him out right. They'll try and run it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
The tackle by Malik Jefferson. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
The Ravens on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4.
Right. Check. 59. Yo. Check 59. Mike.
To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Sheldon Rankins. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Stop me.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Mike's 59. Check tight. Mike 5'9. Watch it. Watch the run.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. Sheldon Rankins. And the Saints will have the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
SOS. Check 52. Showing it. Check.
Give to Cook out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
59. Come on. Slam. Shoot. Check. Crunch. Kill.
On 2nd down now, it's Grant trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Mike 59. Watch the pass. Here we go.
From the gun, Hancock. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here we go.
Check 99.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Alert 3. Kill.
They'll run on 1st down. Grant. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if
You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Defense, let's go. Alert flare.
Set, go.
back to the ground. This time Cook. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
49, check 49, check 49.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
I
got you. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Operating from the gun, Hancock. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Now let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Get him! Get him! Get him!
59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59.
On fourth down, Hancock. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Come on, D!
Mike, check, 59.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him the first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
All day, dog.
To throw is Jackson. Got a man, it's Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That's the way you make the spin.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Whistles and a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10.
Whip. Watch the whip. Shit! watch that. Switch.
On first down, it's Grant. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Here we go. Set. Get the flag.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Chef. Jam. Kill.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5.
Ready.
Watch the run. Watch out. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Check. Under 10. 10.
Following the penalty, it's Murray. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Martin, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Watch the run. Watch that. Save. Switch it.
On third down, Grant. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time.
And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 46.
Mike's 59. Man, that's trash. Run it.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Tonight's